Hello, hello. Hi, Jeannie. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're here and said hello right away, Jeannie. We have a really small group tonight, which is okay. We only have 3 of us playing bingo tonight. It's my first bingo ever, and I'm really kind of nervous for it. But what I'm really excited about is that all 3 participants tonight are going to win prizes. So, lucky you who signed up and hung with me for my first ever bingo event. Really, really excited. So, Jeannie, I could see that you posted a comment. It tells me that 2 people are watching, but it doesn't tell me who. So I want to make sure that we get Julie on here and Patricia. So if either Julie or Patricia, who are also participating, would please post a comment in the chat for this video, then I know that you are here and ready to go. Oop, I see a person dropped off. So, how are you doing tonight, Jeannie? Are you excited to play some bingo and make some cards? I'm going to get a few things ready here while I'm waiting. I want to make sure that you can hear me and that my sound is okay too. Hey, Julie. Welcome. We're just waiting for Patricia then. We'll give her a few minutes to pop on. And if she doesn't pop on in a few minutes, we will start and hope that she catches up with us. Are you ladies excited for cards and bingo tonight? I'm so excited. Like I was telling Jeannie that this is my first ever bingo. And I'm really excited. I'm a little nervous because I've never done this before. Okay, I see 3 viewers, so I'm hoping that that third one is Patricia. Oops, that person dropped off. A little bit nervous for bingo tonight, but we have a small group. There's only 3 of you, so each of you is, because we're playing 3 games of bingo, going to go home with a prize, which is, I think, really exciting. All right. Let's start getting our supplies together. I want to make sure, Jeannie and Julie, that you both have your card kits ready and that you are ready to stamp along, and that you also have your bingo cards ready as well for when we play those. You should have received a card kit that looks something like this. You probably had more goodies in there than I have in this one. You should have received a pack of the Regals Designer Series paper, half a pack of that packaged up. And then I think you all should have a piece of the Bedazzling specialty paper. And you are going to need your, if you have the bundle and you're making your cards exactly like mine, you're going to need your your die cut embossing machine. I think these will fit in your baby boss, so either one, if you want to make them exactly as I have them. I'm going to show you the cards before we make them, and we're going to leave the cards kind of on the side of our workstation so we can follow along. And we're just going to craft together. I'm testing out YouTube as a platform for this, but I may do it as like a Zoom or something after this because I'm just not sure if this is the best platform. I keep seeing people pop on and pop back off, and so I think I'm going to quick message Patricia and just make sure she's not having any issues. If she is, we'll have to play a third game of bingo for let's see. All right, so I sent her a message and we'll see if she pops on. Okay, I'm gonna flip my camera and get my water out of the way so I don't spill it. All right, so we've got our card package ready to go and all packaged away here. The first card we're going to work on is the one with the pumpkin pie card base. And here is the card that we are going to make. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so I am always nervous that I'm going to forget a piece when I enclose all of the stuff for your card making. So I hope to goodness that I remembered every piece. All right, so we are going to start by folding and getting a nice crisp folded edge on the card base. And I did some stamping. Here's my little note to myself on the DSP sizes. I did some stamping on the inside. This is in Rich Raspberry on the inside layer. So I'm going to do that right away. And what we are stamping is these 3 pumpkins on our inside layer. So I hope that I don't lose my voice. I have been a little bit under the weather with a chest cold. So got my big jug of water and hope that that's enough. Okay, I see a third person watching. Patricia, if that's you, would you mind posting in the comments so that we can test that out and make sure that it won't be an issue when we play bingo? All right, so I stamped that in Rich Raspberry. Now, I tend to notice that the inks with a red tone in it take just a little bit longer to dry. So move my light here. We're going to glue this on the inside of our card base right away with your adhesive of choice. You know me, I like my seal. So we'll glue that on the inside. Isn't that pretty? I really like Rich Raspberry with orange, especially for fall colors. All right, and now let's do some die cutting for our card front. Somewhere in here, I hope that I still have some pumpkin pie left. There we go. The patterns that you use really don't matter. And you are welcome to switch up the patterns from what I have on my card base. Like I even think that this kind of cross paisley pattern would work really good. Okay, the size of this one is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And if you aren't able to keep up or you're watching TV or something in the background, no worries, because you'll be able to access the replay of this after we're done to finish your cards. Okay, so I'm going to glue that right down on my card base. Okay, now I need another piece of the designer series paper here, and for this layer. And the size of our paper is going to be 2 3/4 by 4. So I'm going to grab this one. That's the right color, yep. 2 3/4 by 4. All right. Glue this down, and then we're about to do some coloring and stamping. I'm going to use my blends, but if you want to color in the pumpkins using like watercolor pencils or something like that, or even just watercoloring, that works. So if you are using watercolor for coloring in your pumpkins, you're going to need to stamp in like a StazOn ink. I'm going to color mine with blends, so I'm going to use my Memento ink. That's the best for our alcohol markers. Some of my Memento pads are like good and juicy, maybe too juicy. Some of them are a little dry, and I never know which one I'm grabbing. And you would think I'd take the time to like organize them, but I don't. Okay, how are you ladies doing? Are you stamping along, or are you just watching and enjoying the show? Okay, so on my card here, I used pumpkin pie for the pumpkins, old olive for the leaves, and I think it was soft suede, yep, for the stem. So I'm going to get the stem out of the way. After this first card, we will play a game of bingo. And I hope you ladies are ready for prizes, because I have a lot of them. All right. I am using the dark blends for like the shadowy parts of the stem and the base, and then blending with the light. I usually like to work dark to light and then blend the two together with the light. So filling in and blending here. What do you ladies have planned for the weekend? Anything fun? All right. So just color that in. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting. I have my marker out and I keep forgetting to color all the pieces that I want in the same color. All right, so now I'm coming with my dark pumpkin pie, and what I like to do is follow the lines and the detail that Stampin' Up! Gives us on our projects. So I find when I use the dark in the dark areas that they've already given, it looks really realistic. Of course, I always consider where like the shadows might be and try to darken that up too. Just a little blending tip for you. And now I'm noticing I never finished coloring the leaf on this particular pumpkin. Do it in a minute here. Ooh, Jean's getting ready for vacation. Where are you going? Anywhere exciting? I suppose it doesn't matter if it's an exciting place. When we're on vacation, it's amazing no matter what, right? I think that John and I might take a look at a cabin this weekend up in northern Wisconsin. We had some land and we are selling it just too far away for us. And I guess you live and learn as you go through those experiences. So we found something closer to home that we like the looks of online, but you know how that goes. It seems that the pictures of the places are always like way nicer than they end up being, it seems. All right, just one more here. Oh my gosh, I'm so used to typing all day. I haven't colored for so long. My hand's already cramping up coloring. Isn't that funny? Yep, I'm using light pumpkin pie, Jeannie. Good question. So I started with the dark and I'm going in with the light. All right, so we've got our pumpkins colored here. And now we just need to die cut. I'm going to move my blends out of the way here to keep my space a little bit clean and organized. Somewhat, right? All right. I'm gonna grab my, I'm using my old magnetic platform. I still like using that. And we're gonna grab our pumpkin outlines. There we go. And then we're just going to die cut those out. Julie, how are you doing over there? I assume that's who's watching. I see two people. Someone either left or didn't make it on. Not sure which. All right, so we've got our pumpkins cut out here. And now, so here's our card. We can start to put that together. Hey, Pat, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to grab the gingham ribbon that was included in our kit. And I will be wrapping this around and tying it in a bow. So I am just going to wrap here. And you know the curse of trying to tie bows while you are on camera is really something. I actually didn't do too bad. Wow, kind of shocked. But this ribbon is awesome. This is my favorite ribbon in the January to June catalog. I think it ties great. It looks great. It's no wonder that it's been selling out. It's awesome. It is amazing. My favorite stuff. Okay. All right, and now I have, each of you should have a punched vellum piece in your kit. And I'm looking for my seal. I'm actually going to move my ribbon. I tied that on a little too soon. That's okay though. I'm moving it out of the way, and I'm going to glue this vellum down in like the center here of our card, or of our layer. And then I'm going to bring the ribbon kind of over the top of it again. And, oh no. Okay. I hope I included a scrap for your sentiments. I'm not seeing it in mine, and now I'm nervous I didn't include it in yours. Hopefully I included it. All right, let's grab our sentiment, and I've just got a scrap of pumpkin pie here. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. And I'm going to stamp that here in Rich Razzleberry. And then we're going to do a little bit of fussy cutting. It's not too bad. I like to start with a smaller piece here for fussy cutting. So, all right. And we're just going to kind of cut around those words. And if it gets to be too much of a hassle, we just snip off the end, so it's a little easier for us to cut. All right. There we go. I wasted a lot of paper there, but that's all right. Okay, now we're gonna finish putting this together. I'm gonna grab some dimensionals here for my pumpkin. My pumpkins. I don't want any saggy centers here, so loading them up. Okay, and we are going to stick those pumpkins here, and I'm twisting my ribbon so that it fits right in there under those pumpkins. Just tucks right in there. And then we've got our layer that we're going to attach to our card front on dimensionals as well. I have found that I am able to pop up 2 layers and not have any issues with the post office. But if we do more than 2, it gets a little wonky. Okay, so Jeannie says no paper for the sentiment. If you have any scrap, like a scrap of white would work fine. You could even do rich razzleberry on rich razzleberry. Any scrap should work fine. I'm so sorry that I forgot to include that. I knew I would forget something. Hi, Jody. Jody's joining the fun and watching. Yay, thank you for watching. All right, and we're just going to glue that sentiment right over the top of our pumpkins. And then, of course, you can twist your bow however you want it. And we got these fun champagne rhinestones. We are going to attach. Thanks, Jody. I told Jody that I was a little nervous, and if she was looking for something to do, she should come watch my bingo. And here she is watching. I was telling the ladies, Jody, that next time I think I would rather do this on Zoom so we can all talk to each other instead of me just talking to them. I didn't think that through when I suggested being live on YouTube instead of Zoom together. All right, there's our first card. What do you think? Oh, Pat says that's her favorite stamp. I love it, right? All right, so I'm cleaning up and getting some of this stuff put away so that we're ready for our next card. And our first game of bingo. Are you ladies ready for your first game of bingo? I think that's what we're all the most excited for this and seeing what prizes we have. Okay. Let's see, put this in here. Of course, you can decorate your envelope flat too if you want to. I don't know if I have any scraps. So here we go. All right. No worries, Julie. That's why we have a replay for it. No problem. Okay. You all should have a bingo card that looks a little something like this in your card class. Get it out. We don't have very many of us playing, so here are the rules. You can only win a prize once. And that's pretty cool because then I think each of our ladies will get to win a prize. And so here we go. Our first prize is, oops, I got one more thing in here. Okay, first prize, I have a package of these Adorning Designs decorative masks. So I actually have a package of these open at my desk. These are great for like sponging, or if you use the embossing paste. Now we have our new blending brushes. Oh my gosh, these are getting stuck together. We have our new blending brushes that you could use to make these designs on your project. I want to use these. I haven't yet though. So that's part of the first prize pack. We also have a half a pack of the 20 to 22. So Misty Moonlight, Magenta Madness, Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, and Bumblebee. There's a half a pack of that designer series paper in here. And then I've got a pack of all of the celebration papers cut down to 6 by 6. So there is a quarter pack of the Penguin Pals, the one that had this one, the buffalo plaid deer on it. And then there's also a quarter pack of the beautifully penned in there. All of those are here in this pack. And we've got the Textures and Frames stamp set from Celebration. So that's our first prize. And I'm going to get my Post-it so I can write your name on it, whoever wins this first prize. Okay. We have our bingo cards ready. I hope so. I heard Pat say, or read Pat say, let me go get my card. Hopefully we've got it. I've got some bingo playing cards here. You should have 3 cards. They were in your package because we're playing 3 games. All right, here we go. When you have bingo, post it in the comments. The first post I see is the winner. N38, I'm going to go kind of fast. N38. O65. Oh, good. I'm glad. Julie, sure, you can use all 3 cards because once you win, you win. So yes, go ahead. Use all 3 cards. O65. N36. N36. I21. I21. We're going for 5 in a row, not like 4 corners or anything. Well, is there free space on here? Yeah, you could do 4 corners and the free space. That wins too. B1. B1. N37. N37. B6. B6. G50. G50. I29. I-27, O-64, O-64, B-9, B-9, O-74, O-74, G-53, G-53, B-8, B-8, B-7, B-7, N-35, N-35, N-34, N-34, B-13, B-13, B-12, B-12, O-69, O-69, I-26, I-26, N-39, G-52. Oh, Pat's got bingo. Oh, I saw Julie first. Julie had bingo first. Posted. Okay, Pat got bingo too. Well, that's all right. We got more games to go. All right, Julie, you are our first winner. I'm going to set these aside. Congrats. So let me write your name down. Better stick these back in here or they are going to fall all over my desk if I know me. Okay. Pat, you are second. That's all right. You each are going to win a prize tonight anyway because we have a small group. You ladies are lucky. All right. Julie got you down. All right, let's move on to card number 2. Okay, are we ready for our second card? It should be, well, let me get it out here. Our Cajun Craze background. Our Cajun Craze. All right, so in your kit here, you should have half a sheet of Cajun Craze, a piece of basic white, a punched Cajun Craze punch, and a green leaf. So, well, not a green leaf, a green scrap, because we're going to cut a leaf out of that. All right, here is the card that we're making, and we're going to need to dip into our dazzling paper that I included. And on the inside, we're stamping these leaves. So I like to get the inside of my card. Jeannie, that's okay that you played all 3 cards. Keep them. Keep them, and the next bingo, you'll just continue from where you were at. The next bingo that we get in between games will win. Does that make sense? So just keep your cards the way they are. So if you only needed one more and it happens to be the first card I call next time, then that's how it'll work. Not a problem. All right, so we are grabbing this leaf here. And Pat, I know that you got a bingo. We will just keep playing with the 3 cards that we had for our next game. That way it won't take as long, too, in between cards. All right. For the ink on this one, I used Shaded Spruce. And I am going to stamp that here. I'm actually just going to, instead of all along the bottom, I'm only going to come in from the left side for my inside. All right, we're going to glue this down right away. Let me get my... Okay, so there's the inside of our card, ready to go. All right, now let's do our die cutting right away. What you need is the large leaf die. It looks like this. We're going to grab our scrap of Shaded Spruce, and we're going to die cut that leaf out. I'm just going to go back through. Since I'm using an old plate, sometimes I need to run it through twice. All right, now here's my there's my trick for getting it out of the dies. Okay, so we have got our Shaded Spruce leaf here. And we are going to stamp our sentiment that says, "So thankful for you," on our punched piece here. So I'm stamping this in Shaded Spruce as well. And there we go. So thankful for you. I'm going to clean this off really quick so I don't get a mess if I drop something on it. All right, now we're going to grab a piece of our gingham ribbon, and we're going to wrap it around this notch and slip it in here between these little twirly things, and we're just going to tie this in a bow. Again, I'm very thankful that this is the gingham ribbon because it ties really nicely. So we're tying this in a bow like this. All right, and then just pull your ends the size that you want them and snip, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to use a glue dot to attach mine. I'm going to stick my leaf up here and kind of tuck it under this bow, the knot of the bow, and I'm going to attach it with a glue dot. So the glue dot I'm going to stick on here on my leaf. And then I'm going to tuck it in there and attach, just like that. Okay. Now, out of your sheet of dazzling paper, you all should have a sheet of the, I think this is called Bee Dazzling. Yep, a sheet of the Bee Dazzling paper in your pack. You're going to want to cut a strip that is, and I didn't measure this, my goodness. This strip is 3.5 inches by 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch wide. And 3.5 inches long. I am not surprised that this paper sold out because it is so stinking gorgeous. And while we have our trimmer out, let's cut our Cajun Craze piece. And we can use whatever, I think I'm going to use this square design this time. And we're going to cut this 4 by 5.25. Yeah, I love that paper, Pat. It's absolutely gorgeous. I was nervous at first that it was going to like get sparkly and glitter everywhere, and it totally didn't. So I was very, very happy about that. All right, now let's get to gluing our layers here. So we're just going to glue our designer series paper right onto our card front. And then we're going to glue our strip of Bee Dazzling paper here on our card front as well, doing our best to center it between the two edges of the card, but down only about 1/3, I would say that is. And then we're going to take our punched little pumpkin-y looking piece here, and we are going to pop that up on dimensionals on the front of our card. Just like this. And then do whatever trimming you need to. And then all we need to do is bling it up. So we'll grab our champagne rhinestones here. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And there is our second card. Super easy, huh? Super easy, but really blingy and pretty. So what do you think? Are you liking that? Here's our 2 different designs. Our second card is done. All right. I hope I have enough gingham ribbon to finish my cards. I might not. I have used the heck out of this ribbon and I'm seeing the spool, so we'll see. All right, let's do our little cleanup. Grab our stamp set and then, thank you, Honeybee. What is your first name? I see Honeybee Stamping Hive, but I don't know your first name, and I know that you watch me a lot, and so I want to know your first name. Thank you, Pat, so much. I appreciate that. Like I said, this is my first time doing this, so I'm learning as I go. Tashana. Well, thank you so much, Tashana. I appreciate it. All right, are we ready to play bingo again? So, I know that you were playing with your 3 cards. That's okay. We will keep playing with our 3 cards. I'm going to get these out and shuffle them. We'll just keep going from wherever we were at on our 3. So if you were only like 1 away from bingo, you just need to get that 1 more. And I know, Pat, you had called bingo, but we're going to play till the next one. Oh my goodness. Can't even. Should we look at our prizes for the next bingo game? All right. Here we go. We've got another pack of the assorted designer series paper from Celebration. So it's a quarter pack of each kind, and it's all mixed together in here. So we've got beautifully penned, and then that deer stuff, and the penguin playmates. I'm sorry, I don't always know all the names. So we've got that. We have got the In Your Words host set from Celebration. So this is a red rubber set, and it's all different sentiments that are awesome. I love the fonts on here. There's 10 different stamps in here. Magic in every beginning. Sending this card for no particular reason. Perhaps the stars are openings where our loved ones shine down to let us know they are happy. I love this stamp set. I love, love, love this stamp set. So we've got that. And we have the Welcoming Woods stamp set from the the July to December mini catalog. This one is gorgeous. 11 stamps in it. It is a photopolymer. And you do all these fun sentiments and beautiful, beautiful images. So this is prize number 2. Are we ready? Okay, here we go. 074. 074. G53. G53. I-24, I-24, B-15, B-15, G-60, G-60, G-48, G-48, O-67, O-67, N-38, N-38, O-65, O-65, N-36, N-36. Oh, Pat Hall has bingo. All right, Pat. Congratulations. So let me write your name down. And I will get that set aside for you. Woohoo! Awesome. Congrats. Okay, I'm going to move right on to our next card because I don't want to keep you ladies too long tonight. Here's our next card. So let me get out we've got our card base, crumb cake, a crumb cake layer, and then a couple of pieces that we're going to die cut. So on my piece, I die cut the detailed pumpkin out of Old Olive, and then the little like squatter pumpkin outline out of one of the scraps of Designer Series paper in Old Olive as well. So I'll let you choose which pattern you want to use. And I'm going to die cut these both at the same time. Through my Big Boss. Let's see. All right, I'm doing this off screen for the sake of time here, not bringing it back on. Okay. This is my favorite die. Like, I love it. I just love that pumpkin so much. And then we've got our detailed pumpkin. Set these aside. Okay, and then all you have to do is kind of push out these pieces however much you like. Sometimes I like to leave some of them in. I think it gives it kind of a cutesy rustic look, believe it or not. All right. Okay, now we need to go back to our paper pack here, and I'm looking for a scrap of rich raspberry. So this one, nope. Is that the right color? Yeah. Maybe this is Blackberry Bliss. There we go. There, I have one that's going to be the right size. I grabbed Blackberry Bliss instead of Rich Raspberry. All right. This looks like it's the right width, which is 1 inch, and you want to cut it 1 inch by 4 inches. So I'll cut this off here at 4 inches. You can, again, use whichever pattern you would like. And we are going to glue it onto our piece of crumb cake, which is 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to glue it on near the bottom here. All right, now I wrapped my gingham around and tied it in a bow, but I'm very nervous that I don't have enough here, so I'm going to just this time tie it in a knot here instead of a bow. And hope that I have enough for my last card. Oops, but before I do that, I'm so sorry. I hope that you guys haven't done this yet. Before I do that, I need to glue down my detailed pumpkin here. So I'm going to use my liquid glue and just glue in a couple of these spots. You could have used an adhesive sheet if you remembered to do that, like I never do. There we go. So we're gluing that guy down first. What is going on here? Of course, I didn't get any on the stem. And then after the detailed pumpkin is glued down, we're going to tie around and in a knot. Oh my goodness, I have these ends so tiny. I always have extra because I'm kind of a ribbon hoarder, waster person like that. Okay, so we got this tied in a knot. And then our pumpkin is going to get popped up on dimensionals. But first we're going to do a little stamping. So getting out my Rich Raspberry again. I actually think on the first card I was supposed to use Blackberry Bliss. But it looks great. So, I mean, whatever. Maybe it's on the next card I'm supposed to do that. Okay, so we've got our sentiment, so thankful for you. And I'm going to stamp that here in the open space next to our pumpkin. Oh my gosh. I know, Tashana, I never remember to use the adhesive sheets either. Okay, and then we're going to do a little ink flicking or spritzing with our Stampin' Right marker across our card base. However much you like, or our card layer. And now we can start to put our pumpkin on here. I'm going to use some mini dimensionals on this pumpkin. 2 here, and a couple on the outside. Sometimes I feel like I don't get a really good stick on my mini dimensionals, like I'm in a hurry and I don't push them down enough. And then they want to pull right back off when I pull the back off of them. That's what happens when I'm in a hurry. All right, we're going to stick this pumpkin on here, just like that. Then we're going to flip this over and we're going to stick this to our card base. And pop it up. Just like, whoops. There we go, just like that. Now you have a piece of basic white for the inside of your card. You can stamp that if you like to. For the sake of time, since we've already been here an hour and I'm keeping you ladies way longer than I thought I would, I am going to just stick this in here and you can figure out how you would like to decorate the inside later. All right, so there's our our next card. Of course, we got to do a little bling. So I am going to go here, here, and here. The two look a little different, but that is okay. There is our third card. Cute, huh? All right. Card number 3 is done. Now we only have one person who can win our third game of bingo, and then we have one card left after our bingo prize. We're not going to play the third game since we only got one person who can win. We're just going to give you your prize, Jeannie. What do you think of that? I think that sounds kind of easy to just give you your prize. If you're ready to see your prize, that is. While I'm in here, I'm just going to quick get the stamp that we're going to need for our next project. Oh, Julie says she loves that. One more. Yep, we have one more. All right, are we ready for our next prize? Is Jeannie still on here? I want to make sure she knows that she's about to see her prize. Okay, I'm just writing her name down so I know to tag it on. All right, Jeannie, your prize. We've got another pack of the assorted designer series paper from Celebration. Of course, the penguins, the deer, and the beautifully penned. So you'll get a pack of that. We have got the Celebration Counting Sheep stamp set. These adorable little sheep. Love them. This one is red rubber. And we have the well-defined stamp set. So I love this one. I think it's so cute. It's got a to and from. Pat, I'm able to see your message. I'm not sure if you're able to hear me any longer. It's got a to and from, so you can do tags. This is a red rubber stamp. And it's got these really cute definitions. Holiday, a reason to eat more. I love that. Gratitude, the feeling in my heart when I think about you. Isn't that adorable? Halloween, when taking candy from strangers is good and dressing normally is strange. Christmas, the time of year where the presence of family is better than the presence from family. I really love that. Winter, when it's cold outside, but thoughts of you still keep me warm. I really love it. That is your prize. So, Jeannie, I will get that in the mail to you. I'm going to move on. I don't see any comments here from Jeannie. I do see yours, Pat. But we're going to move on to our last card so we can get Truck in here. Here's our last card. All right, so we have a crumb cake card base. You've got a scrap in here. Oh, there's Jeannie. Okay, I saw a bunch of people drop off. It's okay. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't lose you. All right, we've got a crumb cake card base. I've got a scrap in here for your sentiment. Now, on my design card here, I punched you a piece of Rich Razzleberry from the Label Me Lovely punch. You also can swap it, of course, for one of the designs in your designer series paper pack. So just another idea for you. We've got a white piece for the inside, and we're going to use our piece of our dazzling paper again. So let's cut our strip first, and then we'll die cut our pumpkin. So we need a strip that's a 1/2 inch wide by 5 1/4. Oh, Pat got kicked out but came back. Hi, Carrie. Welcome. We're just stamping together. We got a small group of us here making some cards and just kind of chatting in the chat. And we've already played all our bingo. That was fun. And now we're making our last card. Okay, so we've got our strip. Make sure that's right. Yep, our strip of the dazzling paper. And I guess while I'm cutting, I'm going to cut this piece of designer series paper too. It should be 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. And it's a piece of old olive. So here we go. 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. Of course, any of the patterns of this paper will do. Whichever one you like the best. Okay, we got that ready. And now we're gonna die cut our pumpkin here out of our dazzling paper, which is like my favorite thing. It looks really sharp. So, sorry, I'm doing this off screen. Putting it through. You probably can hear it just fine because I'm not very quiet when I stamp and use those goodies. Use my machines, I should say. All right. Okay, so we've got our card base. And what we're going to do here is glue on our, I'm going to do this square piece. We're going to glue on our paper. Okay, now what I'm doing here is making sure that the how wide the edges on the top and the bottom match the side. So that way I know I've got this centered. That looks about right. And as long as I do that, it should be the perfect placement for me to put this strip of dazzling paper on. And that seems to have worked really well. All right, now we are going to glue our strip of bedazzling paper on. Now this is going to be close, but I want to wrap this. I'm not going to be able to tie it in a bow because I don't have enough, and they were sold out and I couldn't get more because I love this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to tie this gingham in a bow as well, or in a knot as well, instead of a bow. We're going to try anyway. Okay, there we go. And then you can adjust it however you like. Snip, snip, snip. All right. And now we have our punched piece. Pop that up on dimensionals. Like so. And then we have my favorite pumpkin. All these little pieces around. We're going to put some dimensionals on that pumpkin. I didn't need one on the most outside edge because it's going to hang off. Didn't think of that. All right, so we got our pumpkin here. And then we have our gathered together. Now, if you used a different color for behind this pumpkin, like a blackberry bliss or something, you could stamp in that color. My piece is rich raspberry, so I am stamping in that. And then we're just going to fussy cut our sentiment here. I'm going to move this. There we go. Okay, whoops. I don't pop up this. We've already got 2 layers popped up here. I'm going to glue the sentiment over the top of our pumpkin, just the back half of it. Like so. And then just to stabilize it, we'll have a little mini dimensional that will stick up here. Like that. Of course, we got to bling it up. So, oh, I'm getting to the end of my champagne rhinestones too. I love these things. They're so pretty. I love the color of them. And the red rhinestones I'm really loving too. Like so. Okay, there's our last card. Yes, Julie, that glitter paper is gorgeous. Once I had it in my hand, every time I qualified for Celebration, I did so much with it. I kept ordering it and ordering it and ordering it. It's pretty awesome. All right, so let me just move my glue out of the way because I'm getting sticky all over my desktop. You have a piece of basic white that you can glue. Here, let's do that quick. You can stamp and decorate how you like. Whoops. But you also have a piece of basic white matting for the inside since we have a darker card base. Thanks, Jody. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna grab all our cards. We've got our friends were pumpkin. I picked you, so thankful for you. And our little punch that we turned sort of into a pumpkin. There are our projects for tonight. I hope you ladies had a fun time. I had fun stamping with you. I think next time I would do it on maybe a different platform so we can all chat and talk to each other. But I had fun tonight. I hope you really enjoyed these cards. And I hope you enjoy your prizes. I don't know that I will be able to get them in the mail already to you tomorrow, and we are out of town this weekend. So it may not be until early next week that I get your prizes in the mail, but I'm gonna get them out as soon as I possibly can. So that you're not waiting for them for too long. All right. Thank you, guys. I had so much fun. I hope that you enjoyed the projects, and I'll be live on Monday again, of course, for Make It Monday, and I hope you'll join me then. Thanks for playing along. It was a blast. All right. See you ladies later. Bye.